Lockdown pies. What else are you going to do? Just make lockdown pies. Stop your complaining. It's going to be fine. Got the pie maker. Got a bit of steak, got some mince being defrosted, got some carrot, shallot, mushrooms, King Island mushrooms, some red curry paste, coconut milk. That's all you need, except for some garlic. What you do is you make a little bit of a stew. Not stew it, make a stew, just make a stew in a pot. Cook it all up, let it sit for a while and then make pies. What if there's copyright on that? We'll be fine. Now, this is mince that I usually cook for the cats. That's been in the freezer for a couple of weeks. But I'm going to put it in the pie mix. It's going to be fine. Don't worry about it. Let's enjoy it together as humans. Carrot, mushroom, meat, curry, shallots, garlic. I don't really need to put a chili in there, although I like things spicy. But I think the red curry is going to do fine. This is an okay sort of red curry, and it'll work well with the beef. That's all we need. We don't have to make it an elaborate pie. Let's make it simple. First of all, start with the garlic. We're going to go nuts on the garlic. It keeps away vampires. That's the only real reason you should use garlic. Because I hate vampires.
You're in my world now.
God, they're a nuisance.
And there is not a single thing in the world you can do to stop me. Ow!
Important to carry lots of garlic, especially if you've got a vampire problem. I like to grate up the garlic. I have a great grater. It's great. There's nothing greater than a great grater. An alligator, I think is what you call it. Well, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cloves of garlic. It's not enough, but it'll do. No, it'll be fine. So the hardest thing is the grating. So I've got this little grater. It's fantastic because you just grate and it goes into there and it's got different sort of, you only ever need to use that one. Does the job every time. Oh, there goes the nails. I find after I do this that I end up with like nips in my fingers, skin, and they get caught between the guitar strings. That's what happens. Garlic. I know that garlic has great health benefits. Sometimes if I've ever felt ill, which rarely happens, I have swallowed a whole clove of garlic and gone to bed and woke up in the morning, felt amazing. There is something that it does to your immune system. Makes you stink. That's about it. Garlic done. What I should really do is get a pot. So we're going to cook in this pot. We're going to cook everything in this pot. That's all you need to do. Put some olive oil in. Olive oil. I've got the pastry here thawing out. Thaw.
I am the god of thunder!
You think you're Thor? I can't even piff.
Thank you very much.
I always have tough pastry in the freezer. See, look, I used to make pies, hand make the pies and do the pastry and do all that. And I used to do them in a muffin tin, so there would be deep pies. I've gone. I've changed. I went over to Baz's place and Baz had one of these.
This one here is a chicken and mushroom pie.
And so I got one. Fantastic. Now, see, it's all about colours and it's all about flavours. I reckon those things will taste good together. Shallot, carrot, mushroom, beef, red curry, garlic. That's it. Now, I've got this feeling that if I cut it into little slices, it'll cook faster and it'll come out nicely when you take a bite. So it won't be crunchy. I want it cooked properly. This is what I think, and I'm making this up as I go. That size, you with me? And then I'll cut that into slices, so I'll get little... So we've got that, right? Little bits like that big, and they should cook up well. You know, the thing about cooking is, if it doesn't work out, there's always chips. Now I'm getting creative with the cake. That's all I need. Mushrooms, 2 types of mushrooms. I'm really looking forward to these pies. Slow down with your cutting, because if you're a guitar player and you cut these fingers, my God.
Ooh, that's a bit of a nasty nick, isn't it? Why don't you call for the ambulance?
Well, I haven't got anything to bloody well dial with now.
So you've got to be careful. Just be really careful. All right, now the King Island's always chunky mushrooms. Get the butthole out. Butt's gone. They're beautiful mushrooms, those. Look at them. Look at them. Again, what I'll do is cut them into that slicey bit. I'll make these a little bit chunkier than the carrots, so they've got a bit of bite when you bite in. Problem is, a mushroom like this will fill a whole pie. Do you know where you weigh a pie? Somewhere over the rainbow. Weigh a pie. All right, now, apparently you should never cross-pollinate meat and vegetables. So you should always use a different cutting board for meat than your vegetables. So I've got this steak from Aldi. I had dinner at my neighbour's place a couple of weeks ago, and they did a barbecue, and the steaks were amazing. I said, where'd you get these from? They said, Aldi. So I went and bought some steak. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut those in cubes. All right, garlic in. Put the garlic in. Right, back on the stove. I want that to be really soaking up in the oil. Oh, I love that smell. Now I'm going to brown the meat. My God, I think I'm going to have a lot. So you want to cook it on high first because you really want the meat to kind of get brown. I'm going to get into it straight away. I'm going to put the carrots in because they need a lot of cooking. Mushrooms don't need a lot of cooking. Now I want to get this curry working. We've got to get this curry in a hurry. Yes. Oh, how much? Go nuts. All of it. Look at that. All right, so I'm going to put some coconut milk in there to give it that moisture. Most of the time, the cream is usually in the milk anyway, like at the top. Look at that. Yes, right. So I'm going to use that creamy bit. Yeah, that's the stuff. Oh, beautiful. This looks fantastic. Smells great. Oh, unbelievable. Now look at this, right? Look at that. See the texture that's happening there? Now you just want to simmer all of this. Put the shallots in now. Lots of shallots. Right. Shallots in. Look what's happening now. That's going to be fantastic. I'm going to put the mushies in. Look at that. All right, that's just going to stew now. I'm just going to let that sit. I'm going to put a lid on it, put a little bit of salt, just a pinch. Don't go back, I'll be right away. They said, get a pie maker. And I went, no, I'm going to build my own pies. Been the best thing I've ever done is get a pie maker from Kmart. Fantastic, look at these. Look at them, they're fantastic. Look at the juice. Look at the juice. I reckon I'm going to get 12 pies out of this. Pies. Oh, look at them. Oh my God. The thing is, it's puff pastry, but what happens is when you cook it in that stuff, it compresses so it doesn't go puffy, but it becomes super, super duper crunchy. Pies. Pies are done. You got to see these things. I swear they're the best things ever. And I haven't eaten one yet, but I think they're going to taste great. Look at that. Pies. Just get one of these. I know everybody said it to me. I just went, no, I'm just going to make my own pies. With the pie maker, you get one of those. Bottom, top. Squash it down. It's fantastic. Best thing I've ever done. Pie maker. Pies. Don't go wrong. Pies.